Welcome, students. Today, we're diving into an essential topic for your LSA prep: the powers of the U.S. government, how citizens play a role, and the foundations of our rights. Let's break this down, step by step. First up, are congressional powers. These are delegated powers, which means they are specifically listed in the Constitution. Congress has the power to decide how to collect taxes and use the money, borrow funds to keep the government running, and control the creation of our currency. Congress is also the only branch that can officially declare war. They set the rules for becoming a U.S. citizen, oversee trade both within the country and with other nations, and create new laws, which are called legislation. Remember, delegated powers means these are listed in the Constitution. Now, let's talk about presidential powers. The president can veto laws that Congress passes, enforce those laws once they're in place, and act as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. The president also administers the government by overseeing federal agencies and conducts foreign policy by meeting with leaders of other nations. To qualify as president, there are 3 key requirements. You must be at least 35 years old. You must be a natural-born U.S. citizen, and you must have lived in the United States for at least 14 years. How can you, as citizens, hold the government accountable? There are several ways to do this. You can attend civic meetings to stay informed, protest peacefully to express your opinions, and petition the government to bring attention to important issues. You can vote in elections to choose your leaders, and if you really want to make a difference, you can run for office and become a decision maker yourself. Remember, your voice, your role, your power. Next, we have interest groups. These are groups of people who share common interests and work to influence public policy. For example, you might see environmental organizations working to protect nature, labor unions fighting for workers' rights, or business associations promoting economic growth. Interest groups play a big role in shaping the laws and decisions that affect all of us. The media plays a critical role in monitoring and influencing the government. They focus public attention on specific issues and act as a watchdog to expose corruption or wrongdoing. But keep in mind, the media isn't always neutral. Sometimes, they show bias by using selective images and language to influence your opinions. That's why it's important to think critically about the information you see and hear. Propaganda is a way of using symbols and language to communicate specific values and ideas. For example, wearing a U.S. flag pin is often used to show patriotism. You might also see symbols like the bald eagle or the Statue of Liberty to inspire feelings of nationalism and pride. These symbols and words are powerful because they create emotional connections with voters and help communicate certain values. Finally, let's cover the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. These amendments protect our individual freedoms and lay the foundation for our rights as citizens. The First Amendment guarantees 5 key freedoms: speech, assembly, religion, petition, and the press. The Second Amendment gives citizens the right to bear arms. The Third Amendment protects you from having 2-quarter soldiers in your home. The Fourth Amendment ensures that the government cannot search your home or property without a warrant or probable cause. It protects your right to privacy. You can't be tried twice for the same crime, which is called double jeopardy. And you can't be forced to testify against yourself. It also guarantees due process, meaning fair legal proceedings, and states that if the government takes your property for public use, they must compensate you fairly. The Sixth Amendment builds on this by giving you the right to a speedy and public trial, a jury trial, and the right to know the charges against you. You also have the right to confront witnesses, call witnesses on your behalf, and have legal counsel. The Seventh Amendment guarantees a jury trial in civil cases. The Eighth Amendment protects against excessive bail, excessive fines, and cruel and unusual punishment. The Ninth Amendment says that just because a right isn't listed in the Constitution doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Finally, the 10th Amendment reserves powers for the states. If something isn't addressed in the Constitution, the states can decide how to handle it. For example, states are responsible for creating schools and running election processes. And that's it. We've covered congressional and presidential powers, how citizens can hold the government accountable, interest groups, the role of the media, propaganda, and the Bill of Rights. Understanding these concepts is key to becoming informed, active citizens. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your LSA to prep.